Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Mentos Plays Binding of Isaac. Today I figure we're going to jump into my least favorite character in the game, Eve. I know that she has her advantages. The dead bird can be useful. Whore of Babylon, if you're lucky enough to get a lot of spirit hearts, can be huge. But I've never enjoyed playing with her as much as the other characters. Even Blue Baby, the challenge he presents, I find less annoying than the challenge of starting with such low damage. So, we're really going to be looking for damage ups as soon as possible, whether that comes in the way of deals with the devil, of getting a bomb, blowing up this tinted rock, and getting a small rock. Whatever the case may be, that's what we're looking for mainly. Obviously, if we can get something that'll give us a lot of spirit hearts, I'd love to get myself into permanent Whore of Babylon state. Yum Heart is kind of contradictory to that. Thanks, game. But, yeah, I'd love to put myself in permanent Whore of Babylon state, but I need some kind of buffer zone for my health before I can risk doing that. Because as it stands, I am way too low on health as it stands with no spirit hearts, it's way too risky to put myself in that situation. So for right now, we're just going to make do with what we got. There's no chance to deal with the devil on this floor, so I might just take a hit of damage against the boss right away and pop my Yum Heart to try to make things move along faster. Oh, come on. Hit me. Now if we take another hit, then I can pop Yum Heart. Obviously this strategy becomes less useful on the bosses after this floor because we have a chance of a deal with the devil. But at least it'll happen if I get hit on accident. That was relatively easy. We get an HP up. Hopefully it can be traded for a deal with the devil later. Cellar part 2 shouldn't be too much of an issue. Really though, things like taking 3 hits to kill the flies and the spiders early in the game is really a difference maker. So this could either be a very long run or a very short run. If there's any character I'm going to die on before beating Mom's heart, it's Eve. But at the same time, I don't really expect to die before Mom's heart. If that makes any sense. We are going to take Anarchist Cookbook. I think it's more useful than the Yum Heart. I'm going to pop that to get back to almost full health. Now hopefully this Anarchist Cookbook can blow up that tinted rock in the corner for me. I don't find it exceedingly likely unless I can push one of the bombs, but we're going to give it a shot. And no. Not even close. At least it's not an item that it hurts a lot to lose a charge on like that. We might try that again if we get another charge to use. So penny down there I'll collect on the way back. Oh, come on, spider. Oh, sure, now you run out, now that I'm not prepared for you. Good job, dead bird. Finally realized there was an enemy alive. That's one thing that does annoy me about Eve, is the fact that one of the items that's made to kind of help her survive is a dead bird, and the AI on it is just not up to par with what it would need to be to help make up for that damage down that she starts with. Can pop Anarchist Cookbook here, hopefully get a free bomb. Definitely getting a free bomb. And not taking damage, that's a +2. Still have no spirit hearts, which sucks because I can't just take damage on my own and take myself to permanent Whore of Babylon. But we can at least do our best to... Oh, there was a key, not a spirit heart. I was actually thinking of damaging myself with my other bomb if that was spirit hearts in there. And the game was like, nope, no spirit hearts for you. Here's a key. Nice quick damage against these spiders. I'd really like to take out this nub before it spawned that, but I guess not. Go, another bomb. 10 more bombs. So now with tons and tons of bombs, we should probably look for the secret room. Unfortunately, the best case scenario of getting Epic Fetus out of it is impossible. We're going to put a bomb there to check for a second secret room. Bomb here. 3 cents. That was not worth it. We do have a couple more places where the second secret room could be. It's right there. And we get push pin. Not a great trinket, but it's better than not having a trinket. So far I would say this run is going not very well. Pin should be an easy enough boss, even though he's going to take forever if I can't get him to hit himself. Pushpin might actually do me a favor on this fight, letting me shoot through all his segments. Thank you, Pin. You're a bro. The only boss in the game who can kill itself. It's probably not actually true, but... What do we have in here, devil? I would love to take Brimstone. I'm taking this route. Now, the interesting question is... I could take Brimstone and try to roll 0 health until I can get some Spirit Hearts with the nail, and I think we're going to do it. Going all out with Eve is not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. It is risky, it is not maybe the smartest idea, but it's something that really helps her survive if you can take the risk and be rewarded for it. I was really hoping there would be a Spirit Heart in there. We're going to buy the coin purse. Balls of Steel, that's really good. We got 2 of those. Tears Down, not a big deal. Bad Gas, oh well. The 4 Spirit Hearts is worth the 15 cents. Literally a market value since they usually sell for 5 cents in the shop. But also because they give us the chance to survive stupid hits like that. I keep letting go of Brimstone before it's charged. Okay, so things are looking up for us. The Rusted Key is probably more useful than the push pin now. So we are in that permanent Whore of Babylon state. We do have a way to replenish Spirit Hearts. And this is actually the start of a very interesting Eve run. Of course, there are still questions that will come up, like do I take health ups in the interest of getting more deals with the devil? But for right now, I am very happy with where we stand. Our damage isn't quite as high as I would like it to be, but it's a good start. Oop. Maybe that Tears Down pill did hurt more than I thought it did, because Brimstone seems to be taking way longer than it should to charge. That was way too close. Trees are going crazy outside as we prepare for maybe more storms. We just had one not too long ago that lasted like 10 minutes, but the wind out there is going pretty nuts. This beggar card could be huge if we get some more money and to deal with the devil. We could get a free devil room item, which obviously is important since we don't have the health to run it. I probably should have saved that for the next room. I don't really care. The curse room raises an interesting conundrum. I want to go in because I find it's more often than not profitable, but at the same time I don't have a whole lot of health, but we're going to take the risk. spirit hearts, so we make out exactly even with where we walked in, except we have 3 flies now for this boss. Bloody Lust, that's another item that's awesome to get as Eve in this situation. I am very happy with this floor. Well, the end of last floor into this floor. We're going to check a couple places for the secret room. I would love to pick up some money to use with this beggar if we get a deal with the devil. Oh my god, flies. Okay, 7 cents could be enough to get an item from him. We're going to hang on to it for now because, like I said, I want to use it in the deal with the devil, not just on a random room. My flies kind of wasted themselves a bit, but I don't really mind all that much. Chubb is going to die very quickly. I almost picked up that HP upgrade. I do not want it. I'm holding on to this beggar for now. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a demon beggar. I would prefer to have one that takes money. Because I can't really justify spending my spirit hearts on it, even if it would pay out with an awesome item. What would be really great now? Polyphemus. Charge time way down, but damage incredibly high. I would take that trade any day. But I'm liking where we're at right now. Matchstick, I'd rather stick with Rusted Key. More key drops is helpful, if they actually drop. So now my biggest enemy right now is obviously the flies. I like Eve runs where you're able to do this. This has actually turned from something I was dreading to something that I'm actually happy about. I've got some damage ups, I've got permanent Horror of Babylon, I can replenish my spirit hearts. This is the start of a good run. Now whether I can do good enough to make it last or not, I don't know. But this is the kind of thing that when you're playing as Eve, you really want to start out with. I've got pretty much all the mainstay requirements to play a good Eve run. Put myself out of red hearts so I always have Horror Babylon. Give myself a way to increase my damage, at least a little bit, through Bloody Lust and Brimstone. And we get the small rock too, excellent. The speed down's not the best, but more damage is better and better. That's an upgrade I'll never worry. That's the upgrade I'll never complain about on any character, but especially not on one whose main statistic change is the lack of damage. The shop does interest me, although I don't have quite enough money to make it for sure worthwhile just yet. I was hoping both of those would die over the gap there, but that worked out well too. Thankfully, I have not unlocked Little Chad as an item yet, so I don't have to worry about getting that. I could still run into Charm of the Vampire. If I get a Devil Room in this boss, I'm going to be taking this Judgment card in. Now see, there is a double-edged sword, because I would love to take an HP upgrade if I could find one to the deal with the Devil Room in case there's a 1 heart deal for something good. But if there's no 1 heart deal, then I have to choose between going to 0 health again, which I could rectify with the nail pretty easily, or into sticking out of the Horror Babylon state. And we aren't doing enough damage where I'm comfortable doing that. We do get a deal with the devil. You know what, this gives damage up too. I'm going to risk this. Oh yeah, I don't actually get an HP upgrade because I was in the negatives. Let's see what Judgment. Oh, Judgment. You know what? We're going to get real crazy right here. I'm going to take Spirit of the Night. Book of Belial's not bad. It's not that useful to me. That's unfortunate. but I'm going to take Spirit of the Night and go to 0 hearts for now. This puts me in a situation where I shouldn't be taking very much damage. I do have to rebuild my Spirit Hearts. I paid a lot to fly, but I think it is a wise decision going forward. By the time that flying is no longer really all that helpful, I will have rebuilt my Spirit Hearts. Scapular's not bad. But yeah, by the time flying doesn't help us out much more, I should have rebuilt my Spirit Hearts. And that means that, oh man, but one more hit and I'm done. I need to be really careful in this room. Okay. We just need to survive a little while. It's a couple more rooms and we're in 110% better position, but even if we die, I think that was the right move to take Spirit of the Night. I think that it could turn out being a game changer in our favor. A few possible locations for the secret room. I'm going to look for them. 1 penny shy of the shop being for sure worthwhile. We're going to go in there. I would love to get that battery. Thank you, game. That is a huge help as well. Getting that battery means we're going to be charging the nail quicker, means we're going to be getting more Spirit Hearts. So just 1 to 2 more rooms, surviving without taking damage, and we are in 100% better condition. High risk, high reward. That's the way you gotta play Eve. Okay, this is an easy room to kill a bunch of stuff. Let my battery charge up 1 block of my nail, and then finish the room. I know it's kind of boring to just sit here for a while, but had to be done to ensure my survival. I could have popped that on the next room. Doesn't really matter all that much. I'm doing good damage as it is. Of course, if I could get another 15 cents and I could get a 9 volt or a Nun's Habit, I would be extremely happy. The game seems to be making up for the fact that I don't have little chat unlocked by giving me a lot of red heart drops. I see you have Rusted Key, and you have no red hearts. Would you like a lot of red heart drops? Oh, stupid, stupid damage to take. Some more balls of steel pills would be very nice too. I kinda wish I could get Mom's coin purse again. So the champions are going to take more than 1 hit. That charged mid-room. That's awesome. It's the best part of having the battery. Surprise charges in the middle of rooms. Dead Sea Scrolls gives me the Book of Belial. Not useful in the least. But I appreciate the thought. So I would say things are going much, much better than they were even a couple minutes ago. Very glad we got the deaths. It makes it a lot easier to survive than if we had gotten Necropolis. Larry is not a threat to me. Got a couple more cents. $7 more cents in the shop is definitely worth checking out. We will probably check it out even if not, if we get another key. It's not the secret room. And now we're starting to roll a little bit. I'm very disappointed with how few keys we've had drop since picking up the Rusted Key. But other than that, I am not going to complain about this run. It has taken something that should have been painful and made it very simple for me. So, we are almost done with this floor, I'm sure. I do want to check around a bit more for the secret room, at least assuming I can get a key. Lock up. No big deal one way or the other. Cancer is probably at this point a bit more useful than the rusted key. Let's go fight our boss. It's the pony, that kind of sucks. Headless Horseman is a jerk, to say the least. But he's also not bad when you have a good set of items, and I do right now. This guy is dead. Little Chad has appeared in the basement. Watch me get him next floor. Krampus, not bad. I do believe Lump of Coal stacks with Brimstone. And every bit of added damage we get is a benefit. This fight should also take a little while, so that'll charge up my nail even more. Oh, although I got hit, so it's not as much of a benefit as it could have been. But we should be able to pull off getting a nail charge after this room if we just wait a couple seconds. Third charge, boom. Pick it up. And we will... let's look for the secret room a little bit more. I know I don't have a key to get into the shop, but I'd still like the money if I can find it. The nail, of course, remember, gives us the ability to crush rocks, which isn't all that useful just yet, but come the time that we get down to the womb, that'll be a big deal. I have no way to get in this shop, which is extremely disappointing to me. Which means that if my guess is right, we'll probably be fighting Greed on our last shop of the game. Which is obviously not what we would have hoped for. Maybe I can find a key in the second secret room. There are a lot of places for it. I'm going to blow through a lot of bombs, but... down here... nope. So we're going to go through almost all of our bombs. That about is what's being said here. Can try here. Thank you. Cursed Skull. No thank you. Not worth all those bombs, but I had to see if I could get a chance to go to the shop. These guys aren't really too much of an issue. Drop us a few cents that honestly probably won't come in handy. We can play this a few times, look for a Spirit Heart. We're going to play down to 20 cents. Right now we're just getting a lot of fortunes. The Fool card is actually kind of cool. It'll give us the ability to teleport out of the Mom's boss fight if we want to. Easy rooms. You know what? The tick is not bad. We aren't going to the chest, obviously, so we don't need to worry about taking the taking the Polaroid. The tick is going to take damage off of bosses before we even start. It doesn't have the same benefit it has with with characters normally, because obviously I have no red hearts for it to refill. But this is still a big help. The nail is charged, so we got a damage up mid-fight. And this is going extremely easily. Honestly, I probably don't even need to backtrack for the item room, but Squeezy is really cool. 2 more Spirit Hearts are a big help. I think unless I horribly mess up right now, we're pretty much a lock to beat Mom's Heart on this run. I would love to... Balls of Steel is another huge thing to pick up. I would love to find the chance to... Mulligan. That's actually an interesting item combination. I'm not doing damage all that consistently, so it's not great, but they should do decent damage. But yes, unless I really mess up, I should have no problems beating Mom's Heart on this run. Boss trap room shouldn't be hard, and it's going to give me some charge on my nail. Maybe. Okay, so I got one charge so far. Peep is just about dead. Okay, so we got half a spirit heart out of that room, as well as we're going to take the sun. Temperance isn't really something all that useful. We're at -2 health right now, if you remember. So, man, I completely lost my train of thought. But the boss trap room definitely turned out to be worthwhile for us. We're just going to hang back here, take out these masks from a distance. Check this out for half a spirit heart, some more flies. That I'm not really interested in messing around with. Mostly because I have no keys and that's not really a good combo. I'm going to play this a little bit hoping to get a key to go to the shop. I think it's going to be greed, but I would love to be able to go and make sure. But so far, not going that great. My luck is not apparently with me today. I was streaming Legend of Dungeon right before doing this recording, and like 9/10 of the potions I was getting early through my first couple runs were stat downs of some sort. I could not for the life of me get a good potion until like the third or fourth run I had done. I'm still pretty garbage at that game. You know, why not take that Eternal Heart? It's not going to make a difference. It'll just look pretty until we finish the floor and it goes away. We'll blow that up. Pill is health up. Okay, so that's going to take us back to 0 health, which is actually much more dangerous than I thought it was going to be. If I had known that pill was health up, I wouldn't have taken it and put myself in a position where I almost had my health back. And I still have no keys, so I still can't go to the shop. I do have 2 slot machines of types to blow up. This one is going to give me some money, not useful in the least. Well, I guess I could play this slot machine a few times. Normally I wouldn't spend so much time trying to go to the shop, but seeing as it is our last shop of the game, I feel like that's probably a good investment. And if we fight greed, it's just more spirit heart charges for me. But that all depends on getting a key. And right now, that is not looking likely. Thanks so much for all the red hearts you've given me. Could you give me a key? Please, just one key. I spent half the game with rusted key and still got no keys. And of course, after I mess up and spend 1 cent too many, I blow it up and get 2. So we're going to go open this golden chest first, and then we're going to go to the shop if we get 15 cents. Bomb. So we got one more shot at the secret room. Let's check here. Perfect. Perfect. So now I've either got some money for a beggar if we come across one, or I can buy something from the shop if it's not greed. Compass is a huge pickup this time in the game. I'll buy this other spirit heart, and I'll buy this key. Okay, well that turned out to be a very good shop for us. I'm glad we spent the time to get there. And we are off to the womb. So that means that this run might be over in 2 more floors. Compass is going to allow us to get through them a little bit quicker. No devil room in here. And we are still in permanent curse state. This is bad trip. That actually kind of sucks. Hi flies, bye flies. You know, I've got to say, this was a very lucky run, all things considered. I may not have had the most luck with keys, but I still made it to every special room that I wanted to go to. The battery and nail combination was perfect to run this permanent Horde of Babylon state. The risk that I took paid off big time. Having flying has been a big deal. Well, I have just destroyed my ability to hide in this fight, which kind of sucks. Ow. But you know what, we've got enough health where it doesn't really matter. Range upgrade obviously doesn't interest me, but we'll take it anyway. And we are going to head to the curse room first. Who knows, we could get the mark or the pact or something. So we get 3 flies, not all that useful, but quite frankly, this run is as good as done. We're going to use the sun on Loki here. I should have used the sun last floor, now that I think about it. I could have found the secret room without using so many bombs. Speaking of which, I have no bombs right now. So yeah, if we get to Satan, it could be an interesting fight. If we don't get the deal with the devil here on the womb, then it's still going to be easy. It's going to be a guaranteed victory at this point. There are certain points when you aren't sure if you're going to be victorious or not. This one I'm only not sure on Sheol. And I think we're pretty well off there too, but things can go crazy on any of the final floors, whether it be the chest, Sheol, or the cathedral. Usually not so crazy on the womb, but oops, I am taking a staggering amount of damage. Really just way more than I ever should given the item loadout I've got. So yeah, if you're using this series as a way to learn how to run through Isaac, advice for Eve, try to do exactly this. Take risks, take yourself down on health, anything that gives you an advantage is worth the effort. If you don't play Eve risky, you're not playing her right. Of course, there are some times when you aren't really able to. I got very lucky to find the nail like I did and be able to take myself down to 0 hearts. But obviously, if you have the chance, you want to play a run like this. It makes things infinitely easier and honestly a lot more fun. I don't know very many people who like to slog through this game with base damage. So it is in bomb throwing state. This should be easy enough from here on out. And final hit, we unlock the razor. And we get our trip down to see Mr. Satan. The wafer has been unlocked, obviously a great item, especially in combination with any health regeneration item and the Nun's Habit. For those of you who don't know, or for those of you who don't know what the wafer does, it reduces all damage you take to a half, and the Nun's Habit allows you to charge your item 1/2 with every hit you take. So if you have a health regeneration item, the nail like I got nail, the Yum Heart like I had earlier, the what else? The Book of Revelations, any spacebar item that's going to consistently recharge your health every charge, you become invincible by getting those 3 items in tandem. As long as you hit spacebar quick enough after taking a hit, nothing can do permanent damage to you. Spirit Heart was lucky. We're approaching the finish line here. I am not at all concerned right now. I wasn't positive of our chances against Satan before. Now I'm almost 100%. I'm sorry, but I am going to waste a little bit of time on this room just getting the nail charged up so it's ready at the start of the Satan fight if I do things right. Or at least very quickly into it. And this guy isn't really a threat to me all on his own. Take him out now. Bad gas, not all that useful, but not horrible either. Okay. We just wait for 2 charges to appear. We're running away from this guy. I'm going to take a drink real quick while we do so. Let's see, so what do we get that I really love? Small Rock, Brimstone, Spirit of the Night, the Nail. That coin purse was huge for us. Taking meat as a damage upgrade instead of as a health upgrade was probably a good decision. Holy crap. Oh yeah, part of that was damage from the tick. That wasn't all from my laser. Okay, that makes me feel a bit less overzealous about this. You can go ahead and plant a bomb right here. Bad gas him. Of course, the one downside about Whore of Babylon is it makes you larger, as does the nail. So it does become a little bit hard to dodge these projectiles in the Satan fight. But I have more than enough health where I can just tank everything I'm going to get from this point on. This run is over. So as much as it worried me, this Eve run has turned out to be a great success. Thank you all for tuning in this time. I hope you enjoyed this run as much as I did. And I will hopefully be having a nice run as Maggie next time. Obviously, Demon Baby is a very good unlock for those of you who don't know. Next time I will be running through with Maggie, the last of the original the last of the characters prior to 10 mom kills who we can. The only one who hasn't beaten even Mom's heart yet. Obviously, if you don't know her, she starts with higher health but lower speed. Easy enough character to play. Probably one of the most new player friendly ones, honestly. So we're going to be jumping into that. It should be no problem to succeed, at least as well as we did in this run. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you on the next episode. As we open the chest here and we unlock... Dun 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 dun! Oh yeah, since we beat Satan, we get this ending regardless. So what do we actually unlock there? Stats... I will be doing the in-game challenge runs here soon too. So we got so this run we unlocked Little Chad, the Razor, the Wafer, and Demon Baby, and money equals power. That is a pretty successful run in my opinion. We are now up to 8 mom kills. If we're lucky enough to fight Satan with Maggie, that will catch us to the 10 that we need to permanently go to Sheol and the Cathedral every run, as well as unlock Blue Baby. So with that, I will actually be signing off this time. Take care everyone, and have a good night.